a Thursday afternoon show. It's so fun just being able to pop up and disrupt your work day. What I've always wondered, though, is are there any teachers secretly playing? Like, maybe not science teachers, but surely some PE teachers at least. Send them down the field and never suspect a thing. Send me an apple emoji if you're a skiving teacher. I will be so impressed. I'll love that. It's Sian Welby here, hanging out with you today. And as always, it will be a big test of your general knowledge, your street smarts, and ultimately finding out what other random useless facts you've got up there in that little noggin of yours. So if you're new to HQ, here is how it works. All you have to do is get 12 multiple choice questions right, and you could win or split a mouth-watering £1,000. Some questions will seem easy, others will catch you out, okay? So if you've got pretty far and you get one wrong, that is when those extra lives come in handy. So double check just to see if you've got any left. Loving the comments from the naughty teachers, by the way. Hannah is an English teacher and she's told her class to read in silence for the next 15 minutes. Absolutely genius! Okay, wherever you're playing, whatever you're skiving, let's go to Q1. Which of these is a Netflix series about the reign of Queen Elizabeth II? The Crown, The Beanie, The Sombrero. Very popular series. Have you seen it? It's one of those series that we all get told we have to watch. Now, Claire Foy, she might pop a beanie on when she's heading to Tesco, but on set, she's in The Crown. Of course! Did you get it? Yay! Most of you getting that one right, 33,000 of you. Season 3 is actually coming out next year, so if you haven't seen it, you just need a spare 20 hours to catch up. No biggie. Q2. 1. Canada Square is an iconic building in which area of London? Cockatiel Dock, Budgie Quay, Canary Wharf. 1. Canada Square, a very famous building. It's actually the second tallest building in the UK because the Shard kind of stole its thunder. But where is it? It's in Canary Wharf. But who of you were heading off to Budgie Quay? 613 of you. That's all right. Get those extra lives in if you've got them. At 770 feet, it's the equivalent of 143 queens tall. I've decided that I'm going to use the queen as a unit of measurement from now on. Hope you're okay with that. Now, don't forget, tonight, there is a special 90s-themed quiz at 9 o'clock with the Shazmeister Shazza. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, she will be in fancy dress as well. Fingers crossed. Q3. Which sea-dwelling creature is capable of producing a pearl? Turtle, dolphin, oyster. Have you been watching your nature documentaries? Do you know your stuff? Now, you know, we all know that dolphins are smart, right? But they are so smart that if they could make pearls, they'd definitely make us buy them off them. No, the answer I'm looking for is oyster. But how many got it right? Yeah, 31,000 of you and a bit more. Very good. Yeah, pearls might look quite pretty, but essentially they're spitballs that the oyster has sometimes been rolling for over 20 years. Gross. Q4. Which footballer is rumoured to be named after the US singer behind hits like Hello and Endless Love? Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo. Any of this ringing a bell? I think if you know the first names of these footballers, you should be able to work it out pretty quickly. Fingers crossed you got it right. The answer I'm looking for is Messi. Lionel Messi. Yeah? Oh, I'm going to call it. It was savage. Yeah, we've lost over 17,000 of you on that one. 11,000 of you getting it right. Yeah. Basically, his parents were huge Lionel Richie fans, and then they named their son after him. Now he earns £500,000 a week, so I think it's a good job he chose football over singing, because I'm not too sure how good he is at that second one. Q5. Which Radio 2 DJ has a brother who is an award-winning stand-up comedian? Chris Evans, Jeremy Vine, Zoe Ball. Which Radio 2 DJ has a brother who's an award-winning stand-up comedian? He thinks crime in multi-storey car parks is wrong on so many different levels. But who is he related to? Jeremy Vine. Yeah, 7,000 of you getting that right. Very well played. His brother Tim Vine is an award-winning comedian. He's known for his one-liners. He recently sold his Hoover because it was just collecting dust. Q6. Where did Banksy secretly display an artwork depicting a man pushing a shopping trolley? National Gallery, Tate Modern, British Museum. Banksy, I don't know, he's a rebel of the art world, isn't he? It took staff 3 days to notice, but where were they looking? At the British Museum. Did you know that one? Oh, yeah, it was Savage again. No! Come on, get those extra lives. Get them out, get them ready. 2,309 of you got that right. Very well done. Yeah, back in 2005, Banksy went undercover and he planted the fake caveman rock painting as a hoax. Ironically, a couple of months ago, Peckham Rock returned to the museum as an official display. So there you go. While we're here, should we do some shout-outs? Shout out to Summer, to Morgan Thomas, Ed Jackson in Guildford, Dan Ferris, who's playing in Bristol, Tim and the Brasenose Gang, come on! Josh and everyone hiding in the office at the Leisure Centre, and Blair, who's sneakily playing at work when he should be writing fire, death and disaster exercises. Blair, I think that could be more important, but then again, I am glad you're here, so, you know, every cloud. Also, Paige, happy birthday to you. And quick reminder, sports on Sunday at 2 p.m. with Tyler West. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you know your sports, your football, your golf, whatever, there's going to be all sorts in there. It'll be a lot of fun, so get involved. Okay, shall we crack on? I think it's time for Q7. The musical everybody's talking about Jamie was co-written by a member of which group? Coldplay, The Script, The Feeling. Yeah, everybody's talking about Jamie, but have you seen the musical yet? I haven't, but I think I should do. It's been nominated for 5 Olivier Awards with songs that have the wow factor by the lead singer of The Feeling. Did you get it? Oh, another Savage. Woo! There's loads of sausages in today's game. 966 of you getting that one right. Well done if you did, and well played if you're using those extra lives. Dan Gillespie Sells, he said he didn't stick to the rules of musical theatre when he wrote the score, and that's why there's no big opening number at the start. There you go. Q8. Which of the following was suspended in Britain during World War II? University exams, driving tests, royal Christmas speeches. Go back to your history lessons. Anything ringing a bell? I think there was actually enough going on during World War II without having to dodge L plates as well as bombs. So the answer I'm looking for is driving tests. Who saw that one coming though? 650 of you. Very good. Yeah, driving tests was suspended on the 2nd of September 1939 and didn't return until 1946, which probably explains my grand's questionable driving skills. Q9. Which designer was described by The Times as the first fashion knight? Thomas Burberry, Norman Hartnell, Paul Smith. The first fashion knight. No, don't panic. It's not the new Batman sequel. The first fashion knight was the name given to Norman Hartnell. But how many of you got that one? Oh, 372 of you. Losing a few hundred, but I can see there. Getting those extra lives in. So Norman Hartnell, he was the official dressmaker to the Queen. He designed her wedding gown. Thankfully, she said yes to the dress. And the rest is history. On to Q10. Well done if you come this far. Come on, here we go. Which of the following people has never appeared on a banknote issued by the Bank of England? Michael Faraday, Florence Nightingale, Walter Raleigh. Which of the following people has never appeared on a banknote issued by the Bank of England? How times have changed, eh? As we speak, there's a campaign to get Harry Maguire riding an inflatable unicorn on the new £50 note. But which of those legends didn't even get a chance? It's embarrassing, isn't it? The answer I'm looking for is Sir Walter Raleigh. How many of you got that one? Oh, 258 of you staying in the game. Very good. He was due to appear on a 50p note back in 1964, but it never happened. Sorry, Walt. On to Q11. Which of these is not a primary judging criterion in the UK Cosplay Championships? Audience impact, needlework, armour. Which of these is not a primary judging criterion? Well, get your wigs ready. It's Comic-Con next weekend. You might be judged jumping on public transport in your Lycra, but officially, you won't be judged on audience impact. But how many of you knew that one? Oh, yeah, it's another Savage. Losing 189 of you on that one, 90 of you staying in the game. Competitors will primarily be assessed on one of these 3 categories: needlework, armour and FX. Well done if you got it right. A few of you using those extra lives. Come on then, let's crack on into the final round. Oh, on to Q12. And there's not many of you now. Just over 100 of you going for gold. Best of luck. The studio behind which 80s movie wanted to name it Spaceman from Pluto? Back to the Future, The Terminator, E.T. Spaceman from Pluto. I mean, That's a terrible name for any movie. But when I tell you which one it nearly was, I think it will make you question life itself. Now, thankfully, the director was livid about it as well. He wrote to the studio with several reasons why it was less than wonderful, to be polite, and embarrassed, the studio changed it back to the Future. But how many of you got that right? 49 of you! Come on! I know, a lot of you thinking it makes no sense. How can Spaceman from Pluto be Back to the Future? It's ridiculous, but there we go. It almost was. 49 winners, winning a cool 20 quid on your Thursday afternoon. Well done to Kyle Spencer, Collywobble, to Mailkins, Murmurina, that's a good name, James Howard, SJ, Duber, Kit Kat Doll, Arbax, Cat Sushi. Well done to you, to Dave, to Kay Flints, to Chonda, to Rob DeBank. All doing very well there. 49 winners. Scooping up 20 squid, eh? Very, very good. I'm well impressed. High fives all around. The teachers' pets have all turned up for class today. Amazing work. You've got a first in the HQ Academy of Excellence. A stars for everyone. You know what? Winning HQ, it's definitely something to be proud of because very few have ever done it. We start with thousands of you and we ended up with 49 of you. Screenshot it, frame it, put it up in your workplace, or you can just send it to me at Sian Welby. I'll give it some love. I'll give it a retweet. And if you're feeling uber clever and ready to ace it all over again, tonight at 9 o'clock, it's a special 90s themed quiz with Shazza. And I'm really hoping she's taken inspiration from the Berwick School of Fancy Dress and she'll turn up in costume. Fingers crossed. We'll have to wait and see. I'll be back with you tomorrow night for a social media themed quiz. Until then, remember, Ed Sheeran's cats have more Instagram followers than any of us.